Men, a hug is far more than a simple gesture. It's a powerful tool in attraction when used correctly. Most men underestimate the emotional and physical impact a hug can have on a woman's mind. The right hug can communicate confidence, emotional safety, desire, and subtle dominance, all in one moment. Women notice these signals subconsciously, and a properly executed hug can make her feel closer to you, more emotionally invested, and even more attracted. Many men hug women the wrong way, awkwardly, stiffly, or without awareness of energy and timing. This kills attraction instead of building it. A hug is a chance to create connection, stimulate emotional response, and communicate high value without saying a word. The way you position yourself, the duration, and the energy you bring can leave a lasting impression that goes far beyond the physical contact. The key is subtlety and intentionality. A man who hugs with purpose creates tension, closeness, and desire. Women feel it on a subconscious level. Your confidence, presence, and energy transmit through the hug. It can make her want to be around you more, think about you afterward, and prioritize you emotionally. When you combine this with other high-value behaviors, a hug becomes a mini moment of attraction that compounds over time. This guide breaks down 4 simple but highly effective actions you can take during a hug to increase her attraction. These are easy to implement but powerful in impact, and they align with modern dating psychology and Stoic principles of self-control, presence, and high-value energy. Mastering these techniques will make every hug you share with a woman a moment that she remembers, creating emotional pull, attachment, and desire. 1. Hold her with purpose. Men, the first principle to master when hugging a woman is to hold her with purpose. A hug is not just a casual gesture. It's a moment to communicate presence, confidence, and emotional connection. Women feel energy and intention through physical touch more than words. When you hug with purpose, you signal that you are fully present, comfortable in your body, and aware of the emotional exchange happening in that moment. This immediately increases her attraction because she senses your high-value energy. Holding her with purpose begins with body alignment. Stand close enough so that there's natural comfort, but maintain your own posture. Your shoulders should be back, chest slightly forward, and hands positioned naturally, not limp, not stiff. Avoid hugging as if it's a routine formality. The energy you carry and the firmness of your embrace communicate confidence and security. Women are attracted to men who are comfortable with their own physical presence, and a purposeful hug subtly signals that you are a man in control of your body, emotions, and energy. Behaviorally, purpose also means timing. Don't rush in or pull away too quickly. Allow the hug to linger just long enough to create connection without making her uncomfortable. Subtle adjustments, like pressing slightly closer or matching the intensity of her body, demonstrate awareness and emotional attunement. This shows her that you are not just physically present, but also emotionally engaged in the interaction. A purposeful hug creates a mini emotional experience that she associates with you, increasing her desire for your attention and presence. Psychologically, holding her with purpose activates emotional and hormonal responses. Physical closeness combined with confident energy releases oxytocin in her brain, creating feelings of comfort, attachment, and trust. It also signals dominance and high-value behavior subtly. She feels a magnetic pull because your energy communicates security, confidence, and control without words. A man who hugs without purpose is forgettable. A man who hugs with presence and intention becomes memorable and emotionally impactful. Many men make the mistake of hugging passively, either because they are nervous, unsure of themselves, or distracted. This creates no emotional tension and leaves her uninterested. Purposeful hugging requires awareness. Be deliberate, confident, and fully present in the moment. Treat the hug as an opportunity to communicate who you are without speaking. In short, A hug with purpose is a physical demonstration of confidence, emotional awareness, and presence. It makes her feel seen, safe, and subtly desired, all at the same time. By mastering this first step, you lay the foundation for creating deeper emotional pull, increasing her attraction, and making her want to be around you more. A purposeful hug is the first step in turning a simple physical gesture into a high-value moment of connection. 2. Make eye contact. Before and after men, the second way to make a hug more powerful and increase her attraction is to use eye contact before and after the hug. Eye contact is a silent but intense form of communication that conveys confidence, emotional presence, and desire. When done correctly, it signals to her that you are fully engaged and that the hug is meaningful, not casual or accidental. Women are highly sensitive to nonverbal cues, and the right gaze can create emotional tension, curiosity, and a subtle sense of intimacy that words alone cannot achieve. Before the hug, lock eyes for a brief moment, long enough to communicate awareness and interest, but not so long that it feels forced or creepy. This pre-hug connection establishes a psychological bond and sets the stage for the physical closeness to come. Your eyes communicate confidence, presence, and emotional control. She senses that you are aware of her, fully engaged, and deliberate in your actions. This anticipation increases her emotional arousal and curiosity, creating a magnetic pull even before contact is made. During the hug itself, it's not necessary to stare, but maintain subtle engagement. Your head position, the way you lean slightly toward her, or the gentle awareness of her presence conveys attentiveness and focus. Your eyes can soften or slightly close, which signals emotional attunement and comfort. This makes her feel understood and safe, while also creating a sense of connection that lingers even after you pull back. After the hug, lock eyes again, briefly, before letting go. This post-hug eye contact reinforces the emotional impact of the interaction and signals that the moment mattered. It shows her that you are emotionally present and conscious of the connection. Women subconsciously notice the difference between men who simply hug and men who use eye contact to create energy, presence, and subtle intimacy. The latter leave a lasting impression and create desire. Psychologically, eye contact enhances the emotional intensity of physical touch. It signals confidence, dominance, and awareness, traits that women naturally find attractive. It also increases oxytocin release, strengthening emotional connection and trust. By pairing a purposeful hug with intentional eye contact, you create a mini moment that she remembers, increasing her desire for your attention and presence. Many men fail here because they either avoid eye contact due to nervousness or stare too long and make it uncomfortable. The key is balance, brief, intentional, and confident eye contact before and after the hug creates tension, anticipation, and attraction. It transforms the hug from a simple gesture into an emotionally charged interaction. In short, pairing a hug with confident, deliberate eye contact elevates the physical connection to an emotional one. It communicates presence, confidence, and desire without words, making her feel valued, noticed, and subtly drawn to you. When executed correctly, eye contact before and after a hug leaves her thinking about you long after the moment has passed. 3. Use subtle physical cues. Men, the third way to make a hug work in your favor is by using subtle physical cues that communicate confidence, attraction, and awareness. A hug isn't just about holding her. It's about sending signals through touch that she interprets on a subconscious level. Women are highly sensitive to physical energy, pressure, and positioning, and the right cues can make her feel desired, safe, and emotionally connected all at once. One of the most powerful cues is hand placement. Keep your hands in a natural position, around her upper back, shoulder blades, or sides, never gripping too tightly or awkwardly. This communicates strength and presence without overstepping boundaries. Avoid hands that are too high or low, which can make her feel uncomfortable or overexposed. Subtle pressure and controlled contact signal confidence and emotional engagement. She senses that you are aware of her body, but not dependent on her for validation. Another critical cue is posture. Stand tall, with your chest slightly forward and shoulders relaxed. Your body language communicates dominance, self-assurance, and emotional stability. A man who slouches, stiffens, or hugs awkwardly sends uncertainty, which undermines attraction. By maintaining composed and intentional posture, you communicate value non-verbally. The hug becomes a mini experience where she can feel your strength and confidence, creating a sense of security and desire simultaneously. Timing is also a subtle cue. Don't rush the hug. Allow it to linger slightly longer than a casual embrace, giving her time to feel the energy and emotional presence you bring. Match her pace. If she leans in or hugs tighter, mirror slightly, but never lose control of your own energy. This mirroring communicates attunement and creates emotional resonance. The hug becomes a moment where she feels seen, understood, and drawn into your presence. Eye contact, combined with subtle physical cues, amplifies the effect. A soft glance during the hug or a slight nod communicates awareness, connection, and attentiveness. She perceives that you are fully present, not distracted or disinterested. Women naturally respond to men who are confident in their touch because it signals both emotional and physical stability. Many men fail by hugging mechanically or without awareness of subtle cues. They either overcompensate with too much intensity or remain too passive, sending mixed signals. High-value men master these cues, using them intentionally to communicate attraction, emotional presence, and confidence. When done correctly, she will feel drawn, curious, and emotionally engaged immediately after the hug. In short, subtle physical cues are the secret language of attraction during a hug. Hand placement, posture, timing, and mirroring create tension, emotional pull, and desire without words. Women subconsciously notice these details, and they leave a lasting impression that strengthens her emotional connection to you. Master this, and every hug becomes a tool to increase her attraction and make her want you more. 4. Create emotional tension. Men, the fourth and most powerful way to make a hug increase a woman's desire for you is to create emotional tension. This isn't about being aggressive or uncomfortable. It's about using subtle energy, timing, and presence to spark a magnetic pull. Emotional tension during a hug makes her feel more alive, more aware of your presence, and more emotionally invested in you. It transforms a simple embrace into a moment she remembers and thinks about long after it ends. Emotional tension starts with intent. Before the hug, be fully present. Don't hug automatically or absent-mindedly. Let her feel your awareness, confidence, and energy. Approach with calm assurance and allow a brief pause before contact so she anticipates the connection. That anticipation, however subtle, increases emotional intensity. Women respond to moments that make them slightly uncertain, curious, and emotionally alert. Emotional tension is a natural magnet for desire. During the hug, subtle contrasts create tension. Lean in slightly, but not aggressively. Allow your body energy to communicate interest without overwhelming her. Match her energy, but maintain your own space and composure. Gentle micro-adjustments, like a brief squeeze, slight shift of your weight, or soft tilt of your head, signal presence and awareness while leaving a lingering sense of longing. Avoid hugging too quickly or releasing immediately. Let her feel your energy without crossing boundaries. This careful balance creates a mix of comfort and subtle challenge, which is highly attractive to women. Another way to create emotional tension is through brief eye contact or a soft glance just before stepping back. Your eyes communicate awareness, confidence, and subtle desire. She feels seen and valued while also sensing that your attention is not dependent on her reactions. This dynamic of emotional push and pull makes her think about you, remember the feeling of the hug, and want more of your presence. Psychologically, emotional tension works because women respond to contrasts. A man who is fully present but emotionally independent, confident but slightly unpredictable, creates intrigue and desire. She feels the energy of your interest, but she must earn and navigate it to maintain closeness. This interplay of approach and subtle restraint triggers attachment, curiosity, and emotional investment, all hallmarks of attraction. Many men hug mechanically, missing this key element. Without tension, a hug becomes forgettable, emotionally flat, and unremarkable. By intentionally creating emotional tension through timing, energy, and subtle cues, you turn a simple physical gesture into a moment that amplifies attraction. She will leave the hug thinking about you, replaying the energy, and feeling drawn to your presence. In short, emotional tension is what separates a forgettable hug from a highly impactful one. Use presence, subtle contrasts, timing, and soft cues to make her feel desire, curiosity, and attachment. Master this, and you transform a simple hug into a powerful tool for building connection, attraction, and emotional investment. Men, mastering the art of the hug is about more than just physical contact. It's about presence, intention, and subtle energy. When you hold a woman with purpose, make eye contact before and after, use subtle physical cues, and create emotional tension, you turn a simple gesture into a powerful moment of attraction. Each hug becomes a high-value interaction that leaves a lasting impression and makes her want you more. A hug done correctly communicates confidence, emotional stability, and awareness without saying a word. Women notice how you carry yourself, how your energy flows, and how your presence makes them feel. When you combine purposeful touch with timing, posture, and subtle signals, you create desire, emotional pull, and curiosity. She will leave thinking about you, feeling closer, and emotionally invested, all from a single moment of connection. Many men overlook this because they underestimate the power of touch and energy. They hug mechanically, avoid eye contact, or fail to project confidence. High-value men, however, understand that every interaction is an opportunity to communicate value and build attraction. The hug is one of the most effective tools in your arsenal because it combines physical, emotional, and psychological signals in one brief but impactful moment. The key takeaway: be intentional, be present, and manage your energy. Don't rush, don't be passive, and don't overcompensate. A hug is most powerful when it communicates confidence, emotional pull, and subtle dominance while leaving her feeling safe and valued. Master these 4 principles, and every hug you share becomes a tool to deepen connection, build desire, and make her prioritize you naturally. A simple hug can be transformational when executed correctly. It's not just touch, it's a language of attraction. Use it wisely, and women will feel drawn, curious, and invested in ways that go far beyond the moment.